Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your host for this evening. I'm SepiaAnt8071. Listen, I am not doing a sensitive video because apparently some people find it offensive, but reality, what isn't offensive? So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some topics that were given to me by my friends who actually want some more insight or just my opinion. Okay, so anyways, we have God of War 1384. Yeah, I believe you have seen him in a couple of my videos. But anyways, his question for today is, who and how to recruit people for machinimas? Now, I find this kind of interesting because in the past, when I've tried to find people for my own machinimas, I usually try to just recruit people on Halo Waypoint. This is like usually a good idea because one, you can find like a bunch of people who are in clans, and if you ask them, like saying, oh, I'm in your clan, or just probably promote your clan through my video, it usually kind of works sometimes and gets a lot of people, especially if you hire the high-ranking guys or just probably the clan leader. Then he usually invites his little subordinates or people. But other ways to recruit people is just go ahead and go to different kind of machinima community groups like Machinima Union, or I'm not really sure. But yeah, just like Machinima Union is always a good place to start. Right there, you can go into the forums. They have a bunch of options for different kind of actors, for like body acting or voice acting. But that's like another great place because there's a bunch of people who are looking for work to do. And so if you want to go ahead and ask them, yeah, they'll just be happy to do it. See, and there's another way you can actually do it, but it's more of the difficult and time-consuming way is, for example, if go into Halo Reach, you play big team battles in matchmaking, probably 2 games. If you win, that's great. If you lose, that's fine because you have a different objective. And then afterwards, you press like the center X button, you go to recent players or whatever the option is, and then you just send a message to those guys saying, or just send an invite along with a message saying, hey, I'm doing a machinima body acting session and I would love it, or I would like to see it, or I'd like to have you to help me out. So you can be on YouTube or anything. Like most people, if they hear YouTube and being on YouTube, they'll just like love to help out. But problem is they don't have enough experience, and if they are the rookie kind of people, then that's going to be another problem because they don't know what to do. They don't know the exact time. And most likely, if there's 16 people that you invited, I would say 1 or 2 at most would help you and stay the whole time. Okay, so on to another topic is from Amazing Top. And his question is, people on your friends list who you don't talk to very often. Okay, so for me, I usually have like a lot of friends who I add because of machinimas. Like they could be like directors or actors, and we used to hang out probably a few times before in different kind of body acting shoots. Or there's some other random people who I play with in matchmaking or other kind of games like Warface, and I meet them, and I'm like one of the good people on teams, and they add me thinking, I have no idea what they're thinking. But then afterwards, I don't play that game, those kinds of games, or matchmaking very often, and because of the different time zones, they can be in Europe, and I'm here in my little comfy west coast of America, and we're not usually on at the same time, so this is kind of difficult to hang out with people, and because you don't hang out with them very often, you can tend to forget who they are, and you would just go ahead and remove them, or they would remove you. So if you want to go ahead and keep really close or tight with your friends, probably invite them to like certain game nights, or just say, hey, I want to go ahead and hang out with you people so I can actually remember and have a good time with you. And you don't need to have like a capture card or do any body action sessions. Just go ahead, a simple game invite. Just show like you're a good friend, you're a nice person, and they will kind of respect that, and they'll just probably get their memory jogging of who you are. Finally, for today, we have Captain Jesse 1. And he's want to go ahead and talk about how long does it actually take to make a machinima? Well, this is a good question, but the problem is, it usually depends on the type of machinima that you're working on. So probably we'll go ahead and start with the regular small kind of short machinima. Those kind of shorts usually takes about different kind of processes to take just to make that one little 5-minute, 10-minute short or whatever. or even probably 1 minute, I don't know, just whatever short is. Anyways, so there's different types of process. One is the body acting session. The second part is the recording, or like camera recording. Third one, or probably 0.5, is the map making and idea planning and music selection, along with other stuff. But then back to after the recording, so there's video editing and voice recording, and then uploading. So with all those in mind, usually ideal planning, it takes about a good, probably at least a day at most, or two, for like actually thinking of the idea. Then if you want to write down on like Google Docs or whatever, then that'll take about another, probably a week to actually think it all out. The details, all the characters, the armors, the settings, the maps, what's included, what's not included. And then when you actually go into the making in the game with the forging and stuff, that will take about another good hour or two, depending on if you really thought everything out, or it just takes that long to build that kind of thing. Then with the body acting, recruiting people and waiting takes about like a good 15-20 minutes just to get all the people in. Unless you're prepared, then that'll take about another good 5-10 minutes at most. And then the body acting, if you're a really good person and know what you're doing, and your actors are really good, then it should not, believe me, it should not take an hour. It should take about 30 minutes to 59 minutes at most. Then, when that's all done, or depending on if you're a bad one, then it takes about a good 2 hours. Probably 3 or 4, 5 even. I think I've been in a body acting session where it took 5 hours. Yes, it sucks, but what can I say? The other people are bad. Not me, not the director, just the other actors. Okay, so anyways, back to time-wise. We're about, like, about a day, about 2 days, time-wise, for, like, how much it will take about, short. But then there's the voice recording, and usually if you ask other people, they can take about another good 24 to 36 hours to send in their voice records. And then the actual capturing, well, if you're really good and you remember what times it was, it'll take about maybe a day or two. So that's about a week's worth. Then with the video editing, where you had the recordings, and now you're just trying to shorten it up, get the special effects in, that's about another day. So, and then uploading, for me, I have an issue where if I'm using like an ArcSoft thing, then it takes about a whole day just to upload it. If I wake up at, say, 7 in the morning, then it'll take until 10:30 at night to upload. And that's because I had an issue with the video program thing I was using. But now I'm using Windows Live, and it takes about probably a quarter of that time, or probably about 2 hours. 3 hours most. Now let's go ahead and capture the thing. Then let's see. Considering 2 days, 3, 4. To answer Captain Jess's question, usually takes about, let's say, 3 weeks most, or a month, depending if you're like Arbor 617 with his crazy long things, like one episode of Rise of Spartans, like the really latest ones that are an hour long. We'll just say that it takes about a good 2 months. And considering the time of what we have in real life, we have school, we have work, we have dates, we have families, family activities, church. If you're not religious, it's something else then. But you get what I mean? Just, it takes a long time, and just all those other activities just eat up the potential time you can be using it on machinimas. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any more like concerns or any other questions that you may want, or just want to hear a random person talk about it, just post your comments below, and then I'll see if I can go ahead and get it to them. But other than that, yeah, this is Rookie Machinima signing off.